Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some of my nursing essentials, like what's in my bag. This is usually what I have here. This is my little canvas bag, and I got this one from the New Yorker, and I loved it. I think it's super cute, and I always love to change bags, so this is what I'm currently using right now. So let's jump right into it. So what I always keep in my bag is my little clipboard. What I love about this clipboard in particular, you're able to fold it, so it's able to keep patient information confidential. It also has a lot of useful information. We have lab values, injection sites, ABG values, conversion sites, and you can find this on Amazon. They have different colors, so you can find something you like. The second thing I always take to work with me is my stethoscope, and this one is just the regular Littman one. This one was about $100. Pink is my favorite color, so that's what I have. I'm looking to upgrade. The one I want to get is a little bit more expensive, so I'm kind of saving to get that one, but this one's worked great. I've had this one since nursing school, and it's been about 3 years, so I really love it. One tip I have is sometimes your patients could be confused and combative, so just be careful when you're wearing it around your neck. Just be aware that they can sometimes pull on it, so if you ever feel like you're in danger, just go ahead and remove that stethoscope, set it aside if you don't need it. You just don't want this to be used against you, and always remember to keep yourself safe. The third thing I always take to work with me is this little pocket organizer. What I like to keep here are my scissors and pens, and I'm just going to go through and show you guys what I have. I always have an Expo pen with me. You know, our clipboards have to be updated, so I always have one with me. This one's pink. You can bring any color. My hospital lets me do whatever I want, so I choose pink. I also keep a highlighter, just because sometimes I kind of just like to highlight, you know, my patient name and useful information. I also have a Sharpie. We always have to label, you know, our tubing, and you need a date, time, and initial when you change wounds, so I always have a Sharpie. I keep like pens. I have a pink one and a black one. I also keep pairs of scissors, especially, you know, when I need to cut something or I'm doing wound care. This is really useful. These are my favorite because I get to kind of clamp down and kind of be able to unscrew tubes. Sometimes I have a difficulty time doing that, so this really helps me, and they're gold, which I love. I also always keep lip gloss with me. My lips tend to get dry, so I always have lip gloss or chapstick right in my pocket. I also have this really cool light, so when I'm doing my neuro assessments, I get to use this, and so I just keep it there. And there's that. I also always carry a little notebook. I always write down useful information, certain things like how to do procedures or things that I don't do all the time, but I can always refer and add to it, and I always keep this in my back pocket. So any notebook you can find, it would be good. I like it that it's small, it kind of just fits in my back pocket, and it's not taking up too much space. Another thing I always take to work is these little sheets here. In my hospital, to work on my floor, you have to be ACLS certified. We are the cardiac floor, and we get a lot of patients from the ICU. So sometimes, even though they're doing better, they can, you know, things can happen really fast. So just having this information is really useful, and it has like algorithm. So where I got this, when I took the class, I purchased the textbook that comes with it, and inside were these little algorithm sheets. So you have like, if someone goes into cardiac arrest or is having a stroke, you have really just quick full information here instead of looking through all this book. So I usually take this, not the book. Another thing I always take to work are these little books here. I got these at Barnes & Noble, and it has really useful information. You have like assessments, labs, medicine, IV administration, emergency, and just different resources. I got these at Barnes & Noble, and they were about $30 to $40. This one is RN notes. This one is med-surg notes. So sometimes I do get floated to the regular med-surg floor, so I like to take this with me, just because, you know, they can always just pull you, and kind of have that available to you. I always take body spray with me. Sometimes after working like a long hours, I feel like I start smelling. So I like to just kind of spray this on my break, and it smells so good. I got this one at Victoria's Secret, and I love buying things on sale. So when they had their annual sale, I think I got it for like $5. I love a good sale. I don't love to spend a lot of money. I love to save money. So I would recommend getting this. And even if you pay full price, it's probably like $10. So, and it's not very strong, so it's just kind of really nice to like refresh yourself. Always take a little watch. I had an Apple Watch, but I broke mine, so I feel like I don't deserve one. I do plan to buy another one, but I needed a watch like the next week, so I went over to the store, and this one is from Shark Leash, and I have it set on military time, so that's kind of nice. Another thing I always take to work with me is my phone and a charger, because after 12 hours, your phone is gonna run out of battery. I usually like to have it because, you know, sometimes you gotta look up things and really fast, like medications and things like that. So it's always really nice to have access. I don't recommend, you know, texting or being on your phone and being on the internet, but it is a really useful resource if you just want to look something up really quick. I also just keep tape with me at all times. Sometimes I have to like reinforce a dressing, so having that one. Another thing I take with me is this little pencil holder, and I got this one from Costa Rica. It's one of my favorites. I took a trip. I've had it for about 5 years, and you know, I keep extra pens in here and white out. Yes, the boosters and my nurse medicine, because I get a headache sometimes. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, and that's what I. My nurse have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next week.